What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast. So all y'all are wondering what the heck is going on. It is Saturday. I've got commission talks in the background. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on today? This is not a scheduled show. This is something that I literally have just basically going to apologize on, because last Wednesday we weren't able to come on and have our good old commission talks episode due to me just oversleeping. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with people, I overslept. But we definitely gonna make up for it today, because also I will not be available this upcoming Wednesday, just because I've got personal issues and it has to be dealt with before then. But guys, I am the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlowe, or also AKA the American Prodigy, the heart and soul, the Captain America of professional wrestling. That's right, guys, Mr. Red, White, and Blue. You know, if you know, you know. But guys, I'm here as the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast, and I have a great special episode today. But first, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell right over there to stay in contact with all our platforms. Just so if we make a breaking news and say, hey, we're going to have a new episode out today, you will be notified based off of hitting that notification bell. It's very, very helpful, let me tell you. But guys, this is going to be a fun one today. Of course, what happened on Monday Night Raw, which I'm still trying to get used to, because, guys, we're watching Monday Night Raw at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're watching SmackDown at 3/4 p.m. Eastern time. It's still daylight. And when it ends, it's still not even night. Like, that's still been hard to process. And, you know, I'm sure kids are loving it because of spring break and, you know, all kinds of madness coming up. But, guys, it's Commission Talks. I've got my boy in the back. We even got a special guest. So, let's get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time to have a Saturday version of Commission Talks. Let's have some fun.
The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Right, live on the air, we got my boy Dre on Wheels from the 1130 Podcast. What's up, bro?
What it do, man? What it do? It's Saturday.
You know, WWE, they've been running some early times on them Raw and SmackDowns.
Yeah,
you know what? We're going to have commission talks on a Saturday. It's been all kinds of madness with time zones. So, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Yeah, man. These
rocking the Baltimore Ravens and the 1130 Podcast swag. I like it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Saturday feel nice, man. Yeah, these early start times been had to adjust though. Yeah, Monday Night Raw gonna be on like 4 o'clock this coming Monday Eastern. So yeah, man, it's been some time to adjust to, especially the first one. I was like, damn, what do I watch now at 8 o'clock? at night. Like, what do I watch? Like, ain't nothing on. So like, yeah, I just
It
watch
might be
something on YouTube
smart
or
because you
something.
got to think with Netflix, so they can be thinking like, oh, they watched Raw. Now they're going to watch a movie, a TV show, or something off the Netflix moniker. Because, hey,
Yeah.
you're already on the app. We can give you a notification. Hey, this such and such is about to play.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I
good.
mean,
It's
it's a
good for
good marketing.
everybody. Yeah, it's good for everybody internationally. You know, you ain't got to stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning to tune in or something. But yeah, man, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. We
Those
here.
fun days, man. Let me
You want
tell
this
you,
one too?
those were the fun days. But, Dre,
Yeah.
like we said, man, we got a special guest today. I don't ever do it, but I will do it for the guest that I got today. Dre, put the
Yes,
one up.
sir.
Just put your
We
one
gonna
up.
put the ones up. We gonna put the
We
ones up,
gotta put
man.
the
We gonna
one
put the
up.
ones up in the air, man.
I'm
We gonna
not
put the
gonna put it
ones.
any higher. But guys, we got the
we
self-proclaimed
we played his
tribal
theme
chief
song before we came
himself.
on too. When he came in, though,
Guys,
another
Dre played
introduction.
his theme song before he came in.
Hit my theme
We
music.
got the man, the myth, the legend. I'm talking about Devin, the tribal chief from the Bloodline Entertainment. How you doing, my friend?
Yo, what's good, fellas? I'm feeling great. I always say, man, as long as God wake me up,
You
I'm gonna
better
have
feel
a
great. I just do a
great day.
one up for you. I don't ever do that. So that's your one and done.
Oh
That's
no,
it.
you're gonna continue to put these ones
That's
up,
the
man.
one and
Not the
done
one and
one.
done.
There it is.
But I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for allowing me to talk some wrestling this weekend, man. It was unexpected. Usually I don't do no wrestling talk on the weekend. I'm just grinding or I'm out with the family. But this was a nice change of pace. Kids are out spending the night over their cousin's house. So hey, I got a kid-free house right now.
The
Man,
best. The
that sounded nice,
best.
don't it?
The best.
My little man woke up and said Cheerios and had Cheerios all over the place.
Bro,
All over the place.
No. You know
I had to
what?
get up, clean up, mop everything before I
Hold
get
on.
on this motherfucker.
We're
I
gonna
was
play
like,
the video
golly.
first. We're gonna play the video first because it's, you know what, we just got it, and this is gonna be a perfect one for this. So here we go. I love what you just said, Dre, because I think I might be able to one up you on this one. And it's not to brag either. Like, I was blown away what the heck happened. So I've been working like a crazy night shift lately and stuff like that. So Annabelle's been home because it's been spring break. So I get up one day. I'm not thinking she was awake or nothing. I see that a chair was over by the pantry. So I'm thinking my daughter went and grabbed the cheese balls. Like 9 times out of 10, that's probably where she's going for cheese balls because it's the easiest thing to grab, or she doesn't have to cook it or anything. She'll just grab that. No.
Right.
My daughter decided that she was going to be the most awesome chef that she can be at 6 years old and find the Easy Mac. And let's just put it this way. I look at this bowl. It's cold as can be, not stirred, barely cheese on the noodles, and it's like the hardest noodles ever. And my daughter's making the most funniest face trying to crunch on these noodles. I'm sitting there like, Belle, what are you doing? I'm eating this broken mac and cheese.
Wow.
I'm like, Belle, you should have got me. I got hungry.
Man, that's my little man. He got up
Oh
early
my God.
talking about, I'm really hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm like, okay, you're really hungry.
If the
You get you something
cereal
to
is
eat.
empty, if the cheese balls are
All
out,
right,
I don't
use
know
this
what
one.
my daughter's going to get into next.
Use that one.
Man, Devin, you got a good rant for that one, man? You got some good ones?
You know what, man? All my kids are grown, except for my youngest son. My youngest child, he's 10 years old, but all my girls are pretty much grown. But I'll just do this. Shout out to my second oldest. She just turned 20 today, so it's her birthday.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Yeah. She's
Happy
out there
birthday.
in Boston doing
Hey.
the college thing. I already sent her a gift, so she's good. So no dead rant, just a birthday shout out from me.
Hey, they gotta be good right there. You know, all your kids grown, they out the house. I ain't
We
got
ain't
nothing to worry
got a
about.
rant no more because
Man,
he's house free.
I got a 23-year-old, a 20, a 17, and then my boy's 10, and I got a grandson.
Devin be editing his
Hey,
videos or something.
hey,
Bro.
that's
This man don't
that's
look
what's
like
up.
he
You
an
know what? The
ounce
rest
of
eat it. It's
30.
right there.
Like this man, there ain't no way. This man's over here talking about he got a 20-year-old kid and stuff. This man looks like he's just
No
turned
bullshit.
29.
Hey, no
Like,
bull. Surprise
I
the hell
swear
out of me.
to you
I'm
CGI
going
your
on with it.
video
I'm
or
like, hey,
something over here.
my guy look like he about good third. Like, I don't know how he is, but he said 23, 20. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Hey,
This
man, that's what's
he
up,
lying
man.
to all of us over
Look,
here.
I'm a young, healthy
This
40
man
years,
must have
Hey.
had
40
a
years
kid
old,
at
man.
10
Hey,
if he's sitting here
that's
talking
what's
about
up.
like this, man.
That's what's up, man. The only thing I can really say about the Dad Rant, man, is just, you know, yeah, like I was just adding on today, when he got up and went in the living room and got him some Cheerios and pulled the Cheerios in a bowl, and he didn't get the milk though, because that would have been all over the carpet and everything like that, and just pulled it in the bowl, and it was like, yeah, I'm really hungry. And then when you feed him something to eat, he was like, I don't want it. But then
Oh
you
yeah.
really hungry
Yeah.
when you get hungry. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I'm getting used to it. About to be 3 now, so hey,
Bro.
this
It's getting
it.
better.
But
When you
yeah,
start taking that kid out to eat and it's wanting that and it doesn't eat it, you're just gonna have to get used to it because that child is gonna sit there and just be like, I want this, I want this. Annabelle is very famous for this. So I would go get her a Happy Meal once a week to celebrate, hey, you did good at school. Here, I'll give you a reward. She will literally eat 2 chicken nuggets out of a 6 piece, 2 chicken nuggets, and she won't touch the fries at all. Won't touch the fries, but she'll get that damn toy that's in there. I guarantee you that one. That toy, that one's gonna be the one that she's looking for. So I've actually tried a new process, and I'll hide the damn thing. And she gets so mad. She got so mad one day. I was like, Belle, just eat your chicken. They forgot my toy. I was like, well, what do you mean they forgot your toy? It's not in here. Oh, are you sure? Yeah. So what did it say? Because I wrote a note that say you get your toy after you eat. She goes, Daddy, they told me they kidnapped my toy.
hey.
When I say
Yo,
she
my,
was crying her butt, she was crying
yo,
so bad. She's like, Daddy, they kidnapped my toy.
hey,
Turn
So
the car
every time we
around.
go to McDonald's, I make sure the window is up because she's gonna scream at the person in the drive-thru. Don't kidnap my toy.
wow,
We
that's
just leave
something
it at
else.
that.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got a question though before we actually do get into the wrestling, since we got my man Devin here though, man. And I know we sort of like went back and forth a little bit, you know, in messages when it actually happened though. But I gotta have you on the show, you know, and ask you, man, your actual thoughts, because we seen the reaction, man. And I tell you, I already know you know what I'm
my.
going at though,
My
man.
boy
But
famous now.
yo, man, because I'm sitting there and I'm watching, you know, I believe it was Monday Night Raw or whatever, and seeing the reels of mostly a lot of, you know, social media content creators who do wrestling, you know, and I'm watching them, you know, Wednesday, you know, Santee, all of them, you know, and God behold, man, I'm like, yo, is that my man Devin right there? That is my man Devin.
Yeah, of
Like,
course
it
it
just,
was a
the circle
Roman
was just
Reigns.
getting closer. So I gotta ask you, dog, like, how did you feel about that? You know, especially, you know, after Raw and digesting, like, yo, they really fucking showed us, man.
Did you
Like,
see his reaction when he watched it? Because he actually did a short.
yeah.
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 I was definitely caught off guard. Didn't definitely didn't expect that. It was cool. When it happened, I was like, "Oh snap!" I had to leave. I gotta leave. I gotta let my wifey know. I gotta let my,
You gotta tell
my
them
family
all.
know in the house, like what's going on, what just happened. Your dad was on Netflix. Like the Bloodline Entertainment was on Raw. Like I just had to let my family know, and I think that was about it. And I just put the short on the reaction, and then I just let it die down because I didn't want to get carried away with it. Something good's happened, I'm cool. Something bad happened, I'm still cool. So I just never get carried away by the emotion. I just like, all right, I'm done. I'm humbled by it. All right, it's over.
I made it.
But I mean, at the same time, that also shows that like that's validation in a way, man. Like what you doing, people are actually watching. You never know who's watching. Whether you're getting 1 view, 2 views, or whether you're getting 80 views. So you just never know who watching. And I look at that as like validation, like just keep doing your thing, man. And I wanted to say that though, because I know that was dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I would definitely piggyback on that. Just if you in this content creating space, just be consistent. Be consistent. Don't care about the viewership, because just like Dre said, you don't never know who's watching, and have fun with it too.
Yeah.
All right. That's what half the time that people like what we do, because we love to have fun while wrestling. We don't get too critical. We like to joke around. And yeah, that's about it, man. Just be yourself.
You do more than just wrestling too. That's the best part about it, is like you do video games. I actually watch a lot of Devin stuff when he plays the Roblox, because I am brain dead when it comes to that one. My kids live on Roblox, so I'm trying to learn how to connect with them on that atmosphere, and that's like a whole foreign language for me. So I've been watching a lot when you play Fortnite and Roblox and stuff like that. Like I've always been wanting to try to do that, and like I even did when I first bought the WWE 2K25. Like I told Dre, I swallowed the pill and I actually paid $100 for a video game. I never thought I would ever do it. I didn't get the Bloodline one. I got the Taker version, and I tried to do.
So with the Taker version, do you still get the island mode, or you just have to buy the 150?
You get the island mode on everything.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right. You
like
have that
if you want the Bloodline, the legit Bloodline, without having to unlock them or whatever, you have to get the ultimate one. And then I think it's basically all the extra things all in one. If you paid for that 125 for that Bloodline version, you get everything. You get everything from all those downloaded contents. But I tried to play the game. I tried to do the game walkthrough, whatever. And man, when I tell you, it's so unreal how many different things you have to make sure you block out so you don't get hit for anything. Like Twitch don't care. That's something I do like about Twitch. Twitch doesn't care. They want you to play the volume, everything. They want you to learn. But YouTube and Facebook and whatever else you want to try to play on that thing, oh, they're going to hit you for you blinked at this section for 2 seconds. You blinked at this one for 5.3 seconds. Like, it's like, bro, I'm just trying to play the game so everybody get a witness. Like, and it's so funny. Those ones are the ones that you get the most views. Simultaneously, those are the ones that are like, oh man, this is a good show. Then you get hit with, oh, Facebook charged you for this. Facebook done this. And it's like, what in the world? Like, I had to learn so much to actually start putting disclaimers on the bottom before anything. So I watched so much content creators just to like learn, like obviously one that really got made out of like doing nothing off of Twitch is that Wheezy girl, the blonde girl, real pretty girl.
Yeah, Wednesday.
And Wheezy Blonde, I think that's her name. Like, she's a real pretty girl. She's clueless as can be when it comes to the wrestling, but she's so optimistic and she's very energetic with the audience and stuff like that. So it's like really cool to see people that are not taking it so serious, but also are taking it serious at the same time. And they just, like you said, Devin, just consistent and being open-minded to them. Like literally like, all right, let's keep these watch-alongs going. Now, 9 times out of 10, some of them were tough to watch, but it's like, it's like what you just saw, man. You reacted to your favorite person and you got on WWE TV on it. Like, it would have been funny if it was like one of the guys you couldn't stand and they gave you that reaction, but they gave you your favorite guy and they had you on TV for it.
Yeah. Hey, that was dope. That was dope, man.
Really cool. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, that's pretty neat, because it's like, that just shows that this era is so different, because content creating, it does mean well, that like what we just see every pay-per-view, every Raw, SmackDown, there's a press conference, and that's all content creators. That's not Wrestling Insider or anything like that. That's a lot of the just content creating guys. Like they even do special events for SummerSlam and stuff like that are just strictly content creators. So it's really neat to see what network they've been doing to get these things going.
Yeah, you see this new generation. You see how WWE is using these streamers now, being part of the show, like I Show Speed or Kai Cenat. Like so yeah, man. It's a it's a new age. My son loves Kai Cenat. I like him too when he does the reactions with Kevin Hart or Drewski. Those get pretty funny when they all.
I didn't know who that was. No, the funny thing is, so I like how you said that one. I found out about this guy watching us. I was at a celebrity flag football game, and everybody was losing their mind about this little guy. Bro, he is so small. Like everybody acts like this dude's like Kevin Hart, like fandom.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that streamed. I found out about him because he streamed with John Cena on the camera or something like that. And everybody was losing their mind, like, yeah, man, he's so famous. He got John Cena on the camera. This dude is like 4 foot tall or something. Like Kai, whatever his name is. Like
Kai Cenat. Yeah. Speaking of John Cena, man, Kai Cenat, he cool, man. He really cool and big on the Twitch side. But
I love speed. I show speed.
Yeah, I show speed too. John Cena. You just said John Cena, man. And we gonna let's get into
that part. That's one reason I felt bad that I wasn't able to do this show, because we had this. Everybody's losing their mind. Oh, we're getting new apparel. We're getting a new entrance music. We gonna get that ruthless aggression, John Cena. All right, who wants to take the floor, man?
Let Devin go first, man. It's the guessing, man. Of course.
Open discussion.
Oh man, this was a fire segment, and man, one's up for the boy. He took it like on a champ. He took that dish from his favorite wrestler like a champ. Because I guarantee, if you look at that picture, he still got the sticker on there. So guarantee he had bought that merch, or his parents bought that merch that night, thinking he's going to support his favorite wrestler. And then you got John Cena snapping on the fans,
John Cena.
call them all sons of witches. And he said, especially that kid, he singled him out. He pointed at that kid. He was like, this kid too, a toxic relationship. Oh, wow. You got kids and their feelings. That's what I love about wrestling too. The kids, when they see it and they take it as real. That's what it's all about too.
Do I have that kid? Yep, that kid right there.
Yeah, that kid right there. Look,
that's the new Miz girl right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Shirt.
That is, he is the John Cena kid now.
You know, what'd been crazy if that kid would have just took that shirt off and just started throwing at Cena. That would have been the best thing ever. Like, there's gonna be an angry raid at Chuck E. Cheese just based off of this encounter with Cena. Like, I thought it was really done well. Like, and like me and Dre were just talking about, man. Raw has been on super early, so I actually got to watch Monday night. I got to watch the opening. Everybody's mad, like, oh, I don't know why they did the opening. I don't give a damn. I was happy that it was the opening because I actually got to see this thing.
What you mean, like,
John
man?
Cena coming up early and stuff.
What you mean, man? Like they should have kept it like to the end or something like that?
Yeah, they should have kept it at the end of the show, and I was like, no, they did well with this because it actually worked with Cena's heel run too. Because it's like, look, man, I gave everybody time.
Look, we was already, we was already.
That jump was good.
Anticipating
that's all
this.
you cared about.
Yeah, we was already anticipating this though. So we going on at 3:00, and you gonna tell me you gonna wait all the way to 5? Nah. So the way they did it, how they did it in Brussels, Belgium, I feel like one of the hottest television crowds in the European tour so far. Italy last night was they was alright. They were alright, but Brussels, Belgium was crazy though. But the John Cena kid, man, yeah, he's gonna go down in history to being the kid with John Cena was like, man, none of you son of a bitches, man, asked me how I felt, man, or how it was going on. But the promo, everything about it, I felt like it's just remarkable. excuse me, and yeah, a lot of us thought that he was gonna get new music and a new, new attire and everything, and I'm like, nah, he came out, the same, and then he explained it why he was like, man, you don't get nothing at all, man, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember John Cena in 2006, 2007, and four, and further on where he was just winning and winning and winning, and people was hating him, man. And he just threw that back in everybody's face, and I was like, damn, I remember that, man. Like, yeah. And he was talking on the Chris Van Leet show, a podcast about how he was going, turn heel back in 2012, and the shirt that he have that says "Rise Above Hate" on it, is red blue. It's on the side of his hat, so I'm pretty sure they use that, that logo on his hat to, a little throwback to now that he's healed, that they can actually use it. But obviously it was all scratch. But everything, I felt like it was remarkable in how they gonna do WrestleMania with John Cena though.
Man, I thought how he deconstructed his character right there in the beginning of his promo was brilliant. How he just said, y'all never really F with me in the beginning. Like, even when I was aggressive John Cena, ruthless aggressive John Cena. And then he had to change, become thugonomics for y'all to like me. And then when I started winning, to like Dre's point, became Super Cena and start burying some wrestlers that we thought it should have beat John Cena. And we just gave him more and more hate and hate. So I thought it was a brilliant promo, man. Just he hit it on the head right there.
I like what y'all agree. I agree with everything y'all said. I think the coolest thing about this whole element, you could tell Cena was ready. You could tell he was ready just to go out there. And the thing that I love about this, and this is something I talk about with wrestlers all the time, and a lot of guys, when I train with them and stuff, they do get mad when I do say, hey, y'all need to watch the product, stuff like that. But take some advice from watching, guys like Cena, Rock, Austin, stuff like that. They wait to see the reaction before they continue. And don't just give it to everybody instantly. Like when Cena would raid on that kid, whatever, he'd pause for a second. Let the audience just boo his ass out of that building. And then it continued more. And I loved how they played that whole segment, because Cena got 20 minutes on a microphone. You've been waiting on it. For 2 weeks, we were wondering, when were we going to get Cena's reaction? And when I said, the one thing I loved about it, and everybody's got mad about it at the same time, is I loved how he didn't reference The Rock. I loved how he made this like, this is a personal vendetta just for him. I still think the storyline is based off of Cena is doing this just so he can get 17. If he doesn't get 17, I think something might play around with that role. But I think this was really good for this element, because I think this really speaks on the whole build of what he has been doing. Like Cena, like we just said, in 2006, Super Cena, the reference, the golden shovel, that thing has been thrown out in countless podcasts about a bunch of bitter wrestlers that thought they were the best thing in the world, couldn't sell a voodoo doll, but try to tell you that they were going to be the next big thing in wrestling. Yeah, you like that one, huh? But yeah, like they were going to be the guy, and Cena wouldn't put him over. Cena done this. Cena just beat everybody. Like, we're getting that Cena right now. And I loved how he said, I'm not changing my music because that's my words on that song.
Yeah, he got a couple other songs though with his lyrics on it though. That
I
was
don't
just,
dress like you idiots. You dress like me. Like, he went from every possible prompt about what that reason was the build. I loved how Cena came out in the regular gear, because that's also building up to when we're finally gonna get the new gear, the new song, the new everything. Like, we're getting that. But he was slightly just shedding skin at the same time and giving you a whole like, oh my gosh, like he's right. That was the funniest part. Like, has there ever been a heel that we looked at and gone like, damn, he's not wrong?
I mean,
Screw you for attacking our guy, but
Well,
you're
my
not
tribal chief,
wrong.
you always told the truth.
exactly. He always told the truth. It's a couple other guys that I can name, like Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, But yeah, John Cena is definitely like telling the truth, man. Like you guys booed him, you guys didn't want him, and he sat there and he
Give and you
smiled and he
give, you
gave it all
take
he
and you
wanted to.
take.
Yeah, what do we want? What do we get? Yeah, like all of it was pretty dope, man. And I'm interested in what they're gonna do Monday night on Monday Night Raw with, this whole story with them going on. The only thing he didn't address is, why did he sell his soul to The Rock? And I think that's gonna be something that's coming up in the coming weeks though, of why he did that. So hey, I'm loving this Cena. I never thought I'd see it. For real.
Yeah, it caught me.
I
off
think
guard,
it's the
man.
best time too. And I said this. I said this would be the best thing for Cena. Because one, we ain't gotta worry about him being so much in-ring gear, whatever. Like, it's easy to be a heel. Like in a ring, bro, you can control the match, you can play around with it, he can make the crowd just start throwing shit at him. Like, it is the easiest thing for Cena to get a reaction out of an audience. And my goodness, Brussels, like you just said, Dre, you would have thought they would have cheered Cena because overseas audience are very different when it comes to U.S. audience. U.S. audience, I don't even think they would have been booing. That's the craziest
but
thing.
that's the thing also too. I'm glad they
They
waited
did it at the perfect
until
time.
they went to the European tour to have him come out and speak, and I want them to boo him because the whole thing about John Cena, you always get that split crowd. You're
Did
either gonna
that,
cheer him or you're either gonna boo him. So if you're going to be a heel, and we know how heels are nowadays, they are more cheered than they are booed. So the fact that John Cena did that and one of the beloved heroes of all of WWE, I want him to get booed, and man, like no 50-50, no whatever. But even if he did that, I think John Cena would just, go on about what he did. But it was beautiful how it done
Devin,
booing
I
him
think you would like
out
this
the building.
reaction. Remember the movie, remember the show The Boys?
Oh yeah.
We all talk about Cody being the Homelander, but I really felt like Cena is fully Homelander now. Because the reason why I say that is, I gotta say this. A lot of people might not agree, but agree. Cody went up there with Cena, let him talk, and then just basically trashed Cena without killing his moniker with the babyface moniker. When you see Cena's face just stare at Cody, I'm getting John Wick vibes. I'm getting like, oh my God, this man is about to snap moment. Like when I was like, literally, when I watched that moment, I'm like, dude, Cena is literally Homelander. Like Cena is portrayed, oh, the world's greatest, awesome guy. But in behind them doors, Cena is about to just obliterate somebody with the eyes, whatever. Like, but man, when I saw that look of Cena when he said that, I don't know what's about to happen.
I'm just
know.
waiting for I'm just waiting for the rebuttal from John Cena so he can give and deliver these ether bars to Cody Rhodes because it's gonna happen. Cody Rhodes said what he said, like, yeah, I don't want this John Cena. Who is this? You know what I'm saying? More like a whiny itch. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And he dropped the mic, but I'm like, ooh, John got them bars though, and I'm waiting for it. And once he give it to him, I hope you ready. Hope you're ready.
You ain't got the bald spot no more. Cena,
it
was
look,
true. Cena's
look,
bald spot is gone. Thank God. That Target logo on the back of his head. I'm like, dude, you too famous to be rocking something like that.
It's a little bit too early. I think we got a month away though. But John Cena winning or not?
Oh, he's winning. And I think after he wins, then maybe we'll get some gear changes. Maybe like to Warren said, to his point, maybe we finally get the music changed. But
yeah, he's getting the music changed at WrestleMania. Hands down. I really believe he's changing. Everything is going to be changed on Cena by WrestleMania.
Okay.
There ain't no way that Cena's going in there like how he's been in the past.
I
Now,
don't know.
I can see a little bit rebuttal, but I really feel like Cena's about to just change the whole script. I think he's going to go full Hollywood with this look. I don't think we're going to get the ruthless aggression, thugonomics Cena. Like Cena's even said that in the past. Like if he went full on heel, he's going to be in a singlet. He's changing his song. It's going to be a different musical thing with it. I think that's going to be something that we're going to see with that landscape. And I mean, dude, who would have thought this era was like I've been seeing people post this like, bro, we had a heel John Cena kick off Monday Night Raw. Then you got a babyface Randy Orton kicking off on SmackDown. Boy, the worlds have changed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely
man,
have changed though.
so obviously Cena turning heel. I think, in my opinion, what's everybody's reaction when it comes to the Cena's promo? Do you feel like it has been very good to start it out, or do you feel like it was bland?
I thought it was good, man. I don't see any
I don't know
missteps.
what people are thinking when they try.
But people,
people
are going to have their opinion, and I'm not worried about that. To me, I thought it was exciting. I'm thinking like, yo,
they can go watch a guy flip on a bat of nails if they want.
Hey, they can do that. They can do that. Knock yourself out. I'm over here watching stories.
I'm watching stories. I'm watching filet mignon. Okay, I'm not watching no bagel bites. What was those kids thing they used to do? The little TV dinners for the kids, and the brownie would just be melted pudding like that. That's how I feel like that's going on over there. Ain't even getting a brown, you get pudding.
Yeah, man, I thought it was fabulous. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. I loved every bit of it. I mean, John Cena, literally one of the greats. We all know how he is on the mic and on promos. So I already knew he was gonna come out there and deliver some fire, man. And yeah, like I can't wait to see how everything unfolds with this though.
Right.
Yeah.
So how early this is, obviously how late this has been. I don't have any more slides for this one, but Devin, your boy came out on Thursday. I meant on Friday, my bad. Came out on Friday and basically said why he got involved in the steel cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. What are y'all's thoughts on this and how this build is actually just kicked off in just one promo? That now we are getting Roman, Punk, Seth, maybe at Mania.
Well, it's official. They already.
Oh, they did make it official.
Yeah.
I thought
Papa
it was
H
just...
already posted on Twitter. Got the
okay.
official poster out there, so it's a triple threat happening in WrestleMania. Will the main event? That's still to be determined. But the promo, man, they left me wanting more. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I get it why they ended up in a brawl because they're out there in Europe, but I ain't seen enough brawls. I wanted more dialogue from these brothers. I wanted more dialogue from my tribal chief. I wanted more of a back and forth banter from Seth, CM Punk get in there, but pretty much it was just like tribal chief said something, Seth said something, and then CM Punk came out, said something, and then we just all come, do fisticuffs. I just wanted more dialogue, back and forth, just flesh this more out. But we got a whole month or a few more weeks before WrestleMania, so they'll get there. But that's just me being greedy though, because I ain't seen enough brawls. I ain't know what the tribal chief gonna do. He gonna put in that work. He gonna slap. He's gonna smash it, which he did. He's standing tall with the one up, tribal chief all day.
Hey, look,
you say that, but there is a certain wise man that looks like he's been conflicted right now.
If you know what is good for him, you better
look at
that.
Hey,
can't use that solo button now.
Look at when I saw that last night, and yeah, it's a back and forth. Well, this main event, we all know Roman Reigns. If he ain't starting the show, he closing it. So hey, this could either open up night one, or it could open up night two. It could open up night two, but I don't see it. I see this being the big main event for night one, and the only other main event that I can think of, which I was talking to Brian about it, was the Triple Threat Women's World Heavyweight Championship match on the Raw side. But hey, we already knew this was going to come about. Roman Reigns got eliminated out the Royal Rumble by CM Punk, and Seth Rollins eliminated too, and we saw what happened after that. yeah, it's going to be dope. There's plenty of stories in depth that they can go into because Roman Reigns was a part of the Shield with Seth Rollins, CM Punk. You know, we all thought he was behind the Shield when they debuted back in
Well, he started the
2013 or
group.
whatever.
He thought of the group,
Yeah,
so he
so
pitched the
like
whole thing.
it's so many dynamics. Then also you got Seth Rollins and CM Punk who ain't freaking
They hate
stand
each
each other. Like it's always on site. I see you. It's on
I
site.
love
I'm
it.
whooping your ass. I don't care. Like like
I love it,
like Seth Rollins couldn't even just when CM Punk came out. He was just oh my god
bro.
this motherfucker.
I
can't do
love
it.
Seth's
I can't do it.
reaction
I can't
every
do it.
time he hears the name Punk.
Yeah,
Seth
like
goes from Seth changes character because we see
Mm.
Seth dancing, doing the little
but
shuck
the
and drive.
the
But
biggest
when
the
Punk's name gets mentioned, it's like he
yeah
turns into John Cena's face. Like it gets to that point. It's like,
It's red.
how dare y'all do that? Like this face
yeah
right here. That's how I feel like Seth's face gets every single time Punk's name gets mentioned, and I
mhm.
love it because
The
it
biggest
looks
thing
so organic.
Yeah, the biggest thing that came out of that promo between all three of them was actually Paul Heyman when Seth Rollins, no, not
Yeah,
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, when CM Punk said, "Well, I still have a favor in the bag," and Paul Heyman was like, "No,
Roman's
not right now,
reaction
not
to
right now."
love
You're
it.
like, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, Paul Heyman, what do you mean not right now? You know, like he was like, shh, like no, don't do it now, like, and I'm like, yeah, I smell it where either
And Roman's
Paul Heyman
reaction
is
was
gonna screw
perfect.
Roman out. He's gonna screw him. I feel like he's gonna screw the tribal chief, and may align himself with CM Punk. I don't know. Whatever the favor is though, but how they plan it, it's pretty dope, man. Yeah,
What if it's
that's
a
gonna be
whole
a dope.
switch and Paul actually sides with Seth?
Ah.
Would that feel weird, or would that
Yeah, would
be interesting?
that? Yeah,
That'd be
would be
weird.
weird.
Flat
That'd
out
be
weird.
really
I
weird.
mean, we all thought the same with Roman when he first got with Paul.
Nah, not
Like
me.
I didn't
Maybe to
feel
you.
like it wasn't
I
gonna be
thought
that
that was
element. Like I got to the point, but I was like, Roman could handle himself. It's just let him be that heel, let him run with it, and let him go. But I saw the reason why Paul came in the rest, and Paul has been the main thing, the reason why Roman has been that colossal guy. So obviously, I loved the sell that Roman gave when Punk. See, thing is, and I've been trying to understand this too, and a lot of people have. I remember when they were talking about this possibly being a triple threat at WrestleMania. A lot of people are upset because they threw Punk in the mix because everybody's been wanting to see Seth and Roman one on one for a long time. WrestleMania, that's already a built up thing. Seth and Punk, that was supposed to have been last year's WrestleMania. We all know that. That was going to be
See,
Punk's first time ever getting the main event and doing all
real,
that.
real fast. Yeah, I think people were mad, but then also it's like, well, they want, like you mentioned, it was supposed to have been Seth and Punk last year, and then they had the actual first match on the Raw on Netflix, and then I think they were also going to run it back at WrestleMania. However, they still had the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns thing lingering too. So Seth Rollins, not only he was doing, with CM Punk, but also Roman Reigns, and just putting them three together, it really makes sense though, because if you've been watching for the last 5 years, then yeah, you might got to do a little bit more research or whatever. But if you've been watching, for a good minute, then you
Whole
understand.
distance, yeah.
Yeah, you understand the whole model and sort of behind it though. But I dig it, man. Tribal Chief. I don't know if he gonna win though. I don't know. I don't know
I don't
about that
know. I'm
one.
not really necessarily worried about the winning standpoint. I'm more
Stack.
worried about. I'm worried about how they're building it up because the way they were able to do just that one promo, it made you go, let's go. Like, I mean, the build for WrestleMania has been really good for all the matches, in my opinion. But this Roman thing, it was very like, it wasn't rushed. They let it ride. They waited the moment. The crowd got to feel it, and they did it very organically. Like we just said, they were in a brawl. Roman was on top for the last part of it, which was crazy. Roman threw steps at Seth, and Seth popped up like he was like nothing happened and going back and fighting him. Where I think Punk took one spot and like Punk was knocked out for a good bit until we all saw the credits, and then Punk just found a way to come back and start attacking Roman in the back. But they had to wait for Roman to point at the WrestleMania sign. That was the main thing that they wanted to make sure they got out of it, and the fans lost it when they saw Roman point at the sign. So I think they did perfect timing for the build and everything like this. I'm very excited to see this thing because this is going to really be the element that we're going to be like, all right, is Punk really the guy that we believe that he is? I don't believe it. I'm a hater. I don't like CM Punk. I never will. I'm being nice when I'm saying CM Punk because I'm usually calling him Phil Brooks. That's how much my despise for him is.
I
will say this: this man has definitely been having fun. I will give him that.
Johnny, I'm gonna solo you, bro. That's my baby brother. I'm gonna solo him. I'm gonna solo you, Johnny. On Monday, I got you. Thank you for that. I'm gonna solo you.
Oh yeah, that's the one that calls him the final boss. Okay.
Yeah, king of caps right there.
Feet pick Devin. Oh, Dre, you scared Dre off. Dre ran away after you said feet picks. We're gone. Dre high wheeled it out here. No, I'm just messing. Oh, there he is.
We got him back.
Dre was probably looking for the feet picks. I don't know.
Oh, right. I was frozen, man. I was just trying to figure out why I was frozen.
You heard feet picks. That's what it was.
Man, nah, man. Hey, yo, we got a new member possibly coming to the Judgment Day. Who y'all think it is, though? Or if so, because they've been showing these vignettes lately, though, with the smoke, and I don't know, is it Aleister Black or is it a couple of people? Then I seen another vignette last night on SmackDown, which I think is the other guy of the Lucha Bros.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix. That's definitely
Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix. Yeah.
As soon as I saw the tattoos, I'm like, oh, that's Ray Phoenix. They're not really trying to hide it anymore.
Yeah,
I think they're doing it good because I mean, obviously, I always say I want them to go to a crowd and let the crowd react to him. But like what they did with Penta, even though they were announcing his merch and stuff, and Penta wasn't even on TV, it really did help Penta. Like Penta has gotten a fan base like no other right now, because we have seen it proven. Man, WWE audience don't really care to watch other products, and a lot of them are really down to earth with Penta right now. Like they love Penta, like the greatest comparison. And I think someone said it. Shout out to a guy in the group chat that we had. He said they've been trying to find another Rey Mysterio. And y'all feel like Penta can fill that shoe?
The next Rey Mysterio, I think he can add on to.
Hey, we got another tribal chief.
Oh my goodness. They go Jay, we part of the bloodline. We got bloodline family in the building. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
It look like Devin gonna be facing people for the Ula follow right now here.
I like that. That was cool. I want to type in real fast. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of WWE just trying to make everybody the next Rey Mysterio instead of the next person that they are. You know, like Dragon Lee. Like I was talking. Like I was.
Well, you gotta have that mascot. You gotta find a mascot.
No. But listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I was venting about Dragon Lee. Like, you know, they pitched him up with Rey Mysterio. Dragon Lee could stay where he was at in NXT for a little bit, you know, and got better or whatever like that. Like, you know, I'm just not a fan of every luchador coming in just trying to be the next Rey Mysterio. Now, yeah, we all know that the masked wrestlers, they sell. Now, Penta, he's great, and he's going to be a great you know, superstar on Monday Night Raw in the whole mid-card division for a while. And yeah, we want that matchup with Rey Mysterio. Can he be the next, you know, guy? I don't know, but I think he could be the next Big Penta as a luchador instead of just trying to be the next, you know, Rey Mysterio or the next, you know, I mean, all of them look up to Rey Mysterio and adore Rey Mysterio, and he's a legend in their eyes, stuff like that. So I just want him to just, you know, do his own thing as far as Penta and every luchador that comes along behind Rey Mysterio. No, everyone can't be Eddie Guerrero, and no, everyone can't be Rey Mysterio. So that's what I want to say.
I think what separates from all the other luchadors for Penta, he has it. Like he has the it factor. And I think that's why he's not, you know what I'm saying? He can add on and like and grow and like not even think of the next, like, oh, he's the next Rey Mysterio. Like, no, he's gonna be Penta. It's gonna be the next big thing when it comes to being a WWE superstar. And I think they're on the right path for that, man. He has his own style, he has his own flavor. When he does the promos mixed with his own language and with English, like, oh man, it's just comes together so beautiful. So yeah, man. To answer your question, Penta could be his own next Penta.
I agree with that. I just hope Rey Fenix and him don't get paired instantly. I think Penta, as a singles competitor right now, is doing very good. And that's shocking because a lot of tag team wrestlers have a hard time transitioning from tag team to being a singles competitor. And I think Penta's got a good moniker to him right now.
The only way I feel like they won't put him as a tag team is have Rey Fenix either on SmackDown or, I wouldn't say NXT, but have him on 2 different shows because it would be hard not to put him as a tag team.
I think they are going to separate them because the Rey Fenix.
You think Rey's going to get over as much as Penta right now?
I can't say that, man. It's all about presentation. The way they did it out the gate for Penta, presentation. They had the merch ready. Like if they give all the same steps to Rey, it's up to Rey at that point. Then what he can do with it, just like the Rey Penta. Like all they can do is just open the door. It's up to him how you walk through it, bro.
Now I think he will, do well. If you haven't watched him, you said one thing too, people who watch WWE only, stick to WWE, and I checked out, AEW. I watch AEW here and there, they ain't, what they once was, or, they ain't, on the level of WWE or whatever, but Rey Fenix over in AEW when, they was the Lucha Bros, they were doing all right to my liking. Yeah, it was a whole lot of super kicks and Canadian destroyers though, but they were all right, man. And speaking of them, WWE seemed like they just taking all of their talent. I don't want to say taking all their talent, but they pretty much, Rey Fenix is going to be the next one. Aleister Black went over there and then he coming back or whatever. And a guy said a new AEW signing. Who's Craven?
Craven
Moorhead.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Probably a New Japan guy.
I didn't fell off of AEW so long, so you.
I will say this, and I mean, a lot of people might get mad when I say this. Like, I'm so much in wrestling and stuff like that. So lately, my work schedule right now, it's only been able to adjust to a Monday, or maybe a Thursday, or maybe a Friday or whatever. Like, I'm able to only watch a certain amount of wrestling, and it's like, I've watched AEW, I watched their pay-per-views and stuff like that. I just feel like when you watch AEW, you don't have to watch the shows to stay up to date what's going on with the product.
Yeah, because it's just wrestling.
WWE, you have to watch at least 1 or 2 Raws to understand what the hell you're about to see in the pay-per-view. Yeah, I feel like that's something that people need to really realize too, is get a continuous thing to get those episodes rising. And I think personally, the best brand right now, I'm sorry, is going to be NXT. Like what they're doing with those guys right now is unreal. I mean, I literally said this. I haven't been so excited to watch NXT as much as when I first got to discover the original NXT roster, like the Finn Balor's, Enzo and Cass. I mean, Blake and Wesley, whatever.
Wesley and Blake Murphy.
When Alexa Bliss was their manager and stuff like that.
Yeah, boy, that's old.
NXT roster was stacked that year. And I said, man, that was going to be the downfalls because we had so many good NXT rosters in the past. They're not going to be able to rise up and see what they're doing now. Like, this NXT roster has been unreal. The women's division is untouchable right now. Like, it's so good to see where the future is going with WWE, pro wrestling. Like you just said it, Dre. It looks like they're stealing everybody, but it's not. I think Triple H is finally just trying to erase the name WWE is just over everybody. I think that's where they're trying to change that land.
Yeah, that too though. But also AEW, man, we all know that for a while, the originals, man, just got pushed to the side to all the new WWE signings that AEW signed, and they just wasn't doing nothing with all the original guys. And you know, you got
Got too many
guys,
people.
you
That's
know,
the problem.
Well, they're going against the grain that they say they wouldn't. They say they wouldn't have a bloated roster. Now they do. They say they wouldn't have a whole
Bro,
bunch of
they're doing
Exactly.
everything that they said that they were going to change.
And you
When-
mentioned you don't. And you mentioned you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. You know, their
We're
shows.
doing
You could
it.
just.
We're just going ahead and do it.
You could
Let's
just
go.
watch. You could just watch the pay-per-views though. It's just really strictly wrestling. One of the comments though I did want to, because that spot on Wednesday night was fucking
Yep.
crazy.
That's why the microphone's
with the
out now.
spikes.
We've had to do it.
I was just like, yo, like what in the hell? And then I think it was Willie Euler who was just trying to take it out, and it was just stuck in his back. And I'm like, what for? Like, why? Like at this point, y'all can't tell stories, but y'all can just do some shock value shit and be like, hey, look what happened. John Moxley got a spike shit stuck in his back or whatever. Like, I was just like, dog, that shit, that's too much for me. Like, you can keep that. You can keep it. Like, I'm good. Yeah, it's shocking. Yeah, it's crazy and it's cringeworthy and it's, you know, OMG. But nah, I'm good.
This is what separates them. So all these promotions, WWE, NXT, TNA, even Lucha Underground, what they all do well, even Lucha Underground at a time before, you know, they got shut down, is they build for weekly episodic TV. All right. When you go to AEW, they don't do that. All you gotta do is just catch their fire pay-per-views, and that's it. You're good.
What up, B?
And everything else in between is it's just garbage, PG, pure garbage. And that's why they don't succeed. They don't build for weekly episodic TV. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it, because I mean, dude, I'm a big Edge fan. And it's bad when I watch these matches and I'm looking at what they're calling them now, Cope, and I'm like, dude, why? Like, dude, you have built this name for so long. And I get it. Yes, you want to be Adam. That's your normal name. That's your regular name. Cool. Like, I really thought he could bring a different network to AEW because, like, dude, Adam wasn't a small name. Like, this dude was the guy that we're talking about John Cena. Cena's big rivalry was with Edge in reality. Like, if we really want to be blunt with it, like, his main Joker villain was Edge. So seeing him go to AEW, and I'm like, dude, he knows how to tell stories. He knows how to build feuds. He knows how to do these things. And then when I'm sitting there watching this stuff, I'm like, why? Like, why did you do this? Like, I get it. Yeah, you're the best wrestler and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, every match is the same.
Oh, it's easy to tell.
Why?
100% creative control.
Like, why? Why are the matches all the same? Why can't we make something unique? Moxley's match was different because this fool just wanted to flip on nails. Like, is that what we're doing now? Like, is this what we're going for? Like, I get it. ECW fans, which in reality, all you ECW fans, ECW wasn't real wrestling. I said what I said. But it's like, you know, all right, the eras are different. Cool. But if you're looking at this as a whole perspective, as a business brand standpoint, Moxley bumping on that nails, yeah, it was a holy moly moment. But rating-wise, did they really excel?
No.
Did it excel?
Nah,
You still lost to NXT.
No pop.
What are you doing? Like, I get it. You want to do all these things. You want to do all these great, magnificent things. Like, but what's the purpose if it's not giving you the brand that you've been waiting on? Like Kenny Omega. I feel like Kenny Omega could have been a phenomenal star in WWE. He's been too long in the game. It's not going to work anymore. Like, I feel like if Kenny Omega does go to WWE, it won't be what he's wanting. Like, because he waited too long. He's already been hurt damn near every time he's been.
How old is Kenny Omega?
Is he close to his 40s?
He still got time to come over and make that switch, man. I want to think.
Bro, he gets hurt every match he's in.
But that's AEW style, man. WWE, it's
that's a little different. Yeah,
exactly,
see,
man.
Yeah, and that's the thing about what I was saying too about Edge and about CM Punk at one moment when they were in AEW. Especially like well, both of them, but really CM Punk. For a while, I was like, yo, every week he was opening up a show and he was wrestling, and I'm like, yo, what do you have to prove? Your name is your name. Like guys in WWE, they can come out for weeks and weeks and weeks and come out and just do a promo and talk until they actually have a match. Like you don't really have to come out there and actually, jump off a ladder, jump off a fucking cage. You 40 years old, just acting like you're proving something.
You're not
Edge.
over. You're not over.
Like that just doesn't make any sense though. Like, less is better, less is more, instead of just trying to, prove something that you don't need to prove, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what
I
I
will
say.
say this. If you had the top guy in AEW right now standing next to a mid-card WWE talent,
Who's the top guy?
Which one you gonna know is first?
Well, who's the top?
I'm saying
guy
a mid-card WWE guy, which you let's. Who is the top?
Top guy in AEW, I have no idea.
Probably
I mean,
Moxley, ain't it?
That's the issue
ain't it?
right there. We struggling.
Can't even. I
Is
wouldn't
it
even say
Moxley?
MJ. I wouldn't
I
even say
don't know.
MJF anymore.
It might be Osprey. I really think it is Osprey.
No, no. Like no, these
not
guys are just.
Osprey? Oh
No, none of them is a
None
top
of them.
guy.
Right, they got like 50 people. You gotta have one.
Maybe Edge. I think he's the only one.
Man, they all bleed
Edge
together. Man. That's
lost.
the issue, bro.
Yeah, like,
lost
yeah,
and he made
yeah,
somebody
that
flip
is-
on nails, and he still lost.
No,
That's
I don't
true,
think he's a
Devin.
top guy.
All of them blends in together. Everyone does the same thing. No
Let's
one
say-
really
let's go
stands
with that.
out.
Let's just go with Edge. Fine, we go with Edge.
No, you gotta say Cope.
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 That's
Like
Sounds
I
like
said,
damn dip. Like,
Jake says MJ.
MJF.
what's he been doing?
I guess. I guess.
This ain't rag on AEW. This is just being factual, bro. Like, make this moment to make that matter. And I say it, MJF is a phenomenal talent. I will say the match between him and Adam Page was very good. I will say that.
Yeah, I agree.
The
with that.
feud between him and Adam Page was good. Now, I feel like if MJF stays where he's at as long as he is doing, I feel like he's not going to be that great in the WWE element. MJF and Adam Page are the best thing about AEW TV. I'll agree to that. I mean, I'll take your opinion on it. I mean, I watched the women's division. I'm fascinated by Timeless Toni Storm. She does phenomenal work. Mariah May, that they'd had a great match. I don't feel like Glass needed to be involved. We worried about mental health and all this, but we letting women take Glass to themselves now? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I
Like,
think it called
I
for a
literally
today's
saw
feud.
Toni Storm. This is the problem that they need to learn to know what limits are. When you see a woman gash herself and it's not the little nick on the head, it is a full slice. That's when you need to trim it down. And I feel like it hasn't got any better. Like when Toni was cut, I have never seen a woman cut so bad on national TV, might I add. Her blood was just all crimson wise.
You
And
can
they're
tell she
all
was
wearing
pissed about
white.
that.
Boy, Tony Khan gets really something off of that. I don't know what. If you want to be a big top name in wrestling as a female, and your name ain't Mercedes Moné, you gotta slice yourself, baby. You gotta slice it good. You gotta bump in a flaming table or something. Like, oh my gosh, that was.
Oh, you muted, Dre.
Yeah. That's something else. Mercedes Moné not even the biggest person.
See, there's another example.
AEW.
If you have
MJF,
Mercedes Moné standing next to a WWE talent, are you calling her Mercedes or are you calling her Sasha?
Sasha
Banks, though. I mean, Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, man, he got a lot
I
of
think
potential.
he would be phenomenal in WWE.
He would. I feel like they could have capitalized on Hangman Adam Page after he set Swerve Strickland's house on fire. Once he set
They
his
killed
house
him
on
on
fire,
him.
and that was a huge segment. He went on to the pay per view, he won, and then that next pay per view he lost. Like I think it was like they had All In, and then they did All Out. At All Out, he lost, and then it was like instead of going up, he was going back down. And it was just like I don't know. And then the whole MJF stick is getting old and boring now because all he does is just come out there and just whether he throwing gum on the fans and just like
He's
cheap
gotta
heat.
have a
He ain't
good
really
dance
doing.
partner to continue.
Well, 6 years,
Yeah.
he's still the same character. He haven't,
Yeah.
it hasn't evolved, it hasn't changed, or nothing like that. So, it's,
And this is where you learn those elements to be like, hey man, what the words of adaptivity really is.
And then
you
with
have to-
MJF, I think a lot of people was like, like that whole bidding war, the 2024. Maybe he might leave and go to WWE. Is he gonna? And then to come back, it was just so corny and
I feel like he hurt
like
himself that way.
exactly. That's what I feel like it did too, because you're so
Hey,
much
this
talking
man agree
about.
with us, and he's been talking about AEW. That's respect. Hey, we appreciate that.
You're out there talking about WWE so much, and then my contract up. Oh, I'm gonna go over there. Yeah, I'm gonna start a war. Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit. Yeah, I'm gonna create buzz. And then when the shit happens, you don't do anything. All you do is come back with a Triple H like jacket on when he came back in Madison Square Garden and a fake tattoo on your leg, and it didn't go nowhere. It was just flat. For real, it was.
Rant. Go ahead, Dre. Keep it going. I want to hear it.
I mean,
get it.
Look at
Get that rant in there.
It.
Throw the hat
feud with
backwards
Mariah,
and just be in savage mode. Go
you
get in
Mariah
there.
May and Tony Storm for the
What's the best,
best
thing that Tony has done
Tony
with the
has
women's division? I will agree with that.
I ain't gonna lie.
But
Yeah,
the funny thing is, Tony Storm is the biggest victim to herself, because if she would have done this in WWE, it really would have went with that element like, hey, what a character is.
But I see, but everything can't be done in WWE though. Like it just didn't happen.
But she refused it, and then she goes over to AEW and do the same thing that she was against, and it gets over.
Oh well, I didn't know. I thought that you said that was Tony Storm. That was Tony Khan's, you think that he came up with. But the fact that she was in WWE, it just didn't work. Look at her, but the fact that she's doing amazing over there, I think is phenomenal. The best thing they have done with the women's division with the Mariah May and Tony Storm as her lapdog for a while, and then she won the queen. She won the little tournament, the Owen Hart's women tournament, and then stabbed Tony Storm in the back, of course, and they had their little story going on, which was really great. That's about it though. But other than that, man, I don't know.
Here's my question though for that. Yeah, that's the best thing he's done for the women's division, but has he actually grown the women's division? Like, look at the format. Is it for 6 years for AEW? Is it still the same format for the women's division?
Let's put it this way.
Match
you
that
put
we get for
so
the
much
show.
money into Mercedes, and you see where that's getting her. Like, she was supposed to be the big baby face. I don't care what anyone said. They brought that woman in there to be the biggest baby face they had. They thought, because she has been talked about for 3 years since she walked out on WWE. And she kept saying, the belts didn't matter. We're clearly seeing why Mercedes left. We're clearly seeing why things happened the way they did for her. Because I feel like and this is the thing, the one thing that Tony's messing up on, he needs to have somebody that has a wrestling mindset, but also knows like what we've been talking about. You need to be able to put a show together and be able to make a continuous episode to make you tune in each and every week. And I feel like, dude, he's got guys like Jerry Lynn out there. He's got guys like Billy Gunn. He's got guys that have worked on the production standpoint in WWE. Like, where
It just need to be someone else. Yeah, it just need Tony Storm, not Tony Storm, but Tony Khan don't need to be running it. I feel like to make AEW get back to where they can be or better. Tony Khan got a lot of things. He got the whole NFL thing, the Jaguars or whatever he's doing. He's so much of a big of a
Don't do
fan.
that.
You know,
Don't do
I'm just saying he have a whole lot going on. I don't think he's really
I can't
focused.
wear my
And then
Jaguars
also
jersey after you
and
say
then
that.
also being the super fan and and not looking at it more so from a business aspect and as a show, then I don't think it will really go anywhere. You like, I mean, like if you want to just put on wrestling, hey, that's cool. But for real, what people want to see is storytelling. That's what wrestling really is. Why are these two guys fighting? Move us through these, take us through an emotional roller coaster, and all that shit like that. Not just, the next match after that, Canadian Destroyer, same shit. Oh, we going to thumbtacks. Oh no, just the same stuff over and over. Like no, like they can have 10 matches on a pay-per-view card and WWE can do 5
Hey,
and the
you
show
shit
is
on
so much
WWE
better.
about that. Talking about there were so many matches on the card and all
The, sh-
that. Bro, look
the,
what
sh-
they're doing.
the show is so much better, flows really fluently with 5 matches or whatever than it does with 10 fucking matches on the card with everybody doing the same spot though. Like I'm just speaking facts though. Like I look at, I remember watching the first what was it, Double or Nothing with AEW, and I'm like, yo, this shit is amazing. Like I like this. This is some cool stuff.
It was
And
different.
I know, and it was different.
Who was there though?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it was different, and it was about who was there and the people who was there, not even there at the moment now. And of course, would have played a big factor into it being so much of the talk of the town or the new toy to play with, because WWE wasn't as hot as it is today. So I think a lot of things play a factor into it.
I always say Tony Khan is the perfect example why fans shouldn't book a show.
Oh, bro, I've been saying
better writers.
See, Dre better be my witness on this. And I said this when on commission, when we first started commission, I said this about AEW. And Dre was very like, oh man, y'all got to give the AEW a chance, da da da. I've had my flaws with AEW for a long time. And I said it, man, I've seen countless people that have money and go say, hey, I'm gonna make a wrestling promotion and I'm gonna do this. And I didn't even give it a benefit of doubt until they finally signed Chris Jericho, because then that really could show, all right, there's gonna be a legitimacy somewhere into this, because Jericho's not just gonna sign just to sign somewhere. And obviously I'm glad what it's done. It's been there still long. But the thing is, and we're starting to notice this too, and I know Blackheart will probably be in the comments with it as well, AEW does have their set fan base that continuously watch it every week. I don't know if they just put it on TV and just feel bad for it and they want to make the ratings go up just so they just have it on TV. Probably you're eating, sleeping, taking a nap, whatever. Because I know damn well you're not sitting there watching this whole product thinking like, wow, this is awesome. When I'm watching, like what you just said, Dre, Canadian Destroyer and stuff like that, that's in the opening of the match. And then what's the finish? Oh, a thumb poke in the eye or something. What? Like, what kind of match was this? Like, what was the purpose of that?
I look at whatever floats your boat though, and that's what it is. Some people who watch AEW
they have their based audience. We will say that they do have their legitimate based audience, and it's in the thousands and stuff like that.
They do, and those don't like to watch 20-minute promos. Those don't like a long, drawn-out story. Those are just, those are the hardcore wrestling fans. Like, give it to me, get straight to it, like no lube at all. Like we don't want none of that. Like you go right in it, raw dog it. Like, and WWE is more so. If you watch WWE, you like, all right, let them cook. I feel it. It's coming up. Like you rocking with them, and I think they had some of the WWE audience for a minute though. They did, because a lot of the WWE audience was like, y'all ain't doing it for me, nothing else is really cooking. TNA wasn't doing nothing. Ring of Honor, AEW coming around.
Look at them now. Look at them boys now. Like TNA, Ring of Honor. I still wish Tony would sell the Ring of Honor. I wish
he would need better writers.
Or if he could do something smart, if they would book Ring of Honor versus the AEW roster, I think that would make a really good show.
Leave it alone. Stop. Yeah, it would.
What do you think about this? Like, let's just say an example. We're an independent talent. We're on the card, and there's no promo, there's no build to your match, whatever. Would you instantly be like, okay, I can just do my match, and they will appreciate me, they will understand who I am, they might like me, they might not, whatever? Or would you ask the promoter, hey, can I go and get maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the microphone to build to our match on this show?
Well,
What would you
remember
do?
that's the reason why Stone Cold kind of walked away from the game the first time, because there was no build between him and Brock Lesnar. Remember, it was supposed to be like a Survivor Series. What was it? Not Survivor Series, but a King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. King of the Ring.
And they would just have no build.
Same here, John.
Brock was going over, and he was like, we ain't gonna build this. We ain't gonna, it's like, no, like, all right, I'm gonna walk then. That's what he did. And like, I understand that, because this is a business too. People forget, like, wrestling is a business too, and it's all about your brand, your reputation. So if I'm in the indies and I'm not getting no bill, I'm like, bro, you got to at least give me like 5-10 minutes on the mic or something. We got to build this up so we can, this is my brand. I can't go out there and just have a match. That's cool and all, but I want people to remember too, like, hey, he said something that got my attention, and now I'm paying attention to his match or something like that.
I got a great example. The way that I came back in wrestling. Me on my 100th episode, just doing, hey, clap the hands, hey, we hit the 100, whatever. Then I have this guy on, whatever, and made it just believable, going, hey, man, this dude's really talking mess about you. Like, you really just letting this man say what he's saying about you. You're not going to go find him and punch him in the face. And then what we did to build to me coming back. Man, I built that tag match that we had way over the card. And I mean, there was guys that were on NWA and on this card, and we outdrew them in this match just because it was a build going into this match. Not the biggest names in wrestling. I mean, sometimes they even complained or saying, oh, he had the easy gimmick, so that's why he got over or whatever. Like, they were all trying to find an excuse out of it. But it was because we built that thing for 3 months and got it to get what it was. And I tell people, man, if you build it right, doesn't matter who it is. It makes sense, and the crowd is going to want to watch it. We are 2 weeks away from the last Light Tree show till WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. Payment due Saturday, April 5th. What will happen? Who will show? Only way to find out is to be there live. Okay, I like that. There you go.
My baby bro, because he work in the indie. Shout out to DCW, Devotion Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
So, yeah, they got a big weekend for WrestleMania out there in Vegas.
Shout out to y'all, definitely. Oh, over in Vegas, hey, that's gonna be a chaotic spot for WrestleMania weekend. My goodness. But before we do finish this off, there was a particular segment that I saw. I just saw it. Swerve was on a podcast, and he specifically said AEW created Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jade Cargill. Who else was it? Penta. They created Sean Spears. They created Ricky Starks. They created all those guys that came from their area. They made them. And that's how they got to be who they are in WWE. Do we agree or disagree?
I'm gonna go first on that now. AEW, I want to say, I'm gonna give him credit for Ricky Starks. I'm gonna give him credit for Jay Cargill, and probably that's about it, maybe. But come on, like, Cody Rhodes was already in WWE. I mean, he left and did his anything, and he got big. Even when he was in, AEW, no one really was giving a fuck about Cody Rhodes for real. It was just when he came back to WWE. CM Punk, I mean, come on. CM Punk was gone for 10 years, went on to do some UFC shit, said never I'll come back. And look, he came there Like, come on, like I think it's just cool for them. I think it's just cool for them to just say certain stuff, just to get certain buzz, and just to stand up and defend, the company that you work with. As Swerve Strickland is probably doing, getting paid all the money he's getting paid to say, look at, we created all of these guys. I mean, hey. If that's what you believe, then that's what you believe, like, then that's all cool though. But nah, y'all ain't
So
create
Dre
Cody
don't
Rhodes, y'all ain't
believe.
create
He believes
CM
in Joe
Punk,
Hendry, not Swerve.
none of that. And whether you did or did not create them or whatever, they became bigger stars when they came over to WWE. So yeah, you created them. Go ahead, yeah, you created this, but it wasn't shit until it came over here. Trust me, believe it.
Dre's on savage mode today.
You know what? Two things could be right at the same time, but AEW low key is WWE development. That's what it is. Because
Everything is WWE development, in my opinion.
But that's what it is. Because when I think about CM Punk, AKA not my favorite human being, but
Dev, me and you finally clicking now. Well, let's go. I like it. We found it right there. We found it.
For Swerve to say CM Punk is a bigger star because of AEW, that I cannot just I disagree, wholeheartedly disagree. Like, I don't see where he connected the dots for that.
I think Punk made AEW. I hate Punk. Punk.
He actually helped the ratings, he was a ratings guy, and he actually helped the ratings for AEW. But the minute he left, he took those ratings with him.
Sure did.
It is what it is. Like, and then Ricky Saints, yeah, you helped develop. Jay, yeah, you helped develop. Did change his name. But once they hop over to the WWE brand, now the WWE brand took care of that. They got more of their name getting spread out more. They got more opportunities because of that. Now, see, I don't know what. I don't even know what Swerve is smoking. I don't know why. I can get why he said it, because he feels like he's the big guy now, or the big superstar.
He's smoking houseless. He's a big
remember,
superstar. Swerve's house got burned.
But he's a big superstar in a small pond, though. That's all he is. And I don't think he realized that. He's definitely feeling himself. And hey, you got every right to feel that way. But me just looking at it from optics, I'm like, bro, I don't really care what you do. I don't care what the Hurt Business does. I'm like, the brand of AEW, I just don't care, because they don't build to weekly episodic. They don't build brands. They don't build superstars. Tony basically telling me, you got to get yourself over if you can. We're not going to help you. We're not going to do anything to help you. You're like, here's your match. This is who you got, and that's it. Thank you.
Facts.
Cena's promo was exactly perfect for AEW. What do we get? What do we get? I think that's the best reference for it. I will say this, and I've said it countless times. You could tell that it was a lot different when Cody was in AEW. You could tell it was a lot different when they actually had talent. That was the storytelling aspect. You could tell the differences and stuff like that to what was the builds in these matches and stuff like that. I still say one of the biggest matches they had before Punk was there was Cody versus Dustin. I felt like what they built that feud out to be and everything like that, and then Cody versus MJF, Cody versus all these things. And just because he did not want to win the heavyweight title, that was his downfall for Cody. That's why the fans hated Cody, just because he didn't win the heavyweight title when it was hot at that time. But seeing the stuff that these guys are doing, I really say the only one that AEW really helped was Jade. Out of that list, Jade. Like, seriously, Jade got to have a showcase because Jade went to WWE tryout and didn't get picked up. They said she didn't have anything. They didn't have no developmental standpoint, nothing. She found that in AEW. I mean, I still feel like there's going to be another female AEW, former AEW competitor that's going to be over at WWE, and I feel like she's going to really show out. I'm talking about Britt Baker. I mean, you've got different ones that are coming around. I mean, I really felt like I don't know why people sit there and go, oh, they will do so much better than AEW. My opinion is Ricochet would be flawlessly amazing if Will Ospreay was never there, in my opinion, because they're just two similar guys.
But hey, yeah, I want to say something real fast before we
Ricochet's
do
doing
wrap it up.
something. I will say that. Promo wise, he's doing better.
Real fast. I want to say now, like I was just mentioning, a lot of stuff is developmental to WWE. And yeah, you look at Ethan Page. Ethan Page came over from AEW. He wasn't in the main event scene or anything, but come over and now he in NXT, way better. Now WWE know how to build characters, build superstars. Now I think that's where the wrestlers flourish at. They're on national television, obviously, and you got more people that's behind you rather than just something different in AEW though. Now with the Ricochet ordeal, I don't think he is only or would have been only good because of Will Ospreay. They only had a couple of matches. Yeah, they wanted to run it back, but now since he separated himself from Will Ospreay and he's doing his own little gimmick thing, where the fans just hate him. They just hate him because he's boring, he sucks. But he's doing, in my opinion, I think he's doing all right though. So yeah, it's not always you'll come to WWE, but more often than not,
the nicest thing you've said today.
you would be better in WWE. But yeah, Ricochet, all right. I think he's doing better than what he ever was.
Yeah. I mean, there are some guys that have those great benefits and stuff like that, but also you see, I'm praying that Tony Khan does not bury Megan Bayne. I feel like that would be the biggest downfall ever. You have this goddess of a woman. You literally have Wonder Woman on your roster. If you do not have her beat the unstoppable Mercedes Moné, I don't know what the heck to do with your product anymore.
Give him time. Give Tony time. He will. We'll forget about her in 3 to 6
months. 5 years, and I still don't. I remember we sat there and talked about all these guys. I really feel like the really main one that benefited going to AEW are two guys, Moxley and, honestly, I'm going to say it, Swerve. Swerve wasn't really doing what he was doing in WWE, which I feel like if he does come back to WWE, he definitely can get an appeal to him. But I feel like Swerve knows he's not in the Drew McIntyre level, the Randy Orton level, the Kevin Owens, the Sami Zayn, Gunther. I'm going to say it. Ludwig Kaiser would probably be in a bigger element than him right now, just because these guys are killing it. And I feel like a lot of people are getting upset about, these guys ain't getting camera time. Bro, that roster is just stacked from top to bottom. I haven't said it on an actual podcast right now, but I think the Attitude Era is beaten. I really feel like the Attitude Era has got a challenge now, because this roster is stacked from the top to the absolute bottom. And of course, my dog gets QB1, but we do see just the old list of these talent right now. Every single one of them have a reason to be on camera.
He was talking about Roman Reigns, Devin.
What Montez did with a suplex off the top rope last night, man, Montez is just something else. I mean, just these guys are making these moments, and they are taking every advantage of it. Chelsea Green is doing the most simplest things, but she's getting over and completely over. Doing those, everybody trashed, she's going to be this Karen character, blah, blah, blah. Bro, she is one of the most loved women wrestlers right now in wrestling, not just WWE, in wrestling, because she knows how to go with it and elevate it. Like,
look at Karrion Kross. He doesn't even get in the ring.
He's not even getting in the ring. Everybody's built up and excited to see what he's going to do.
Yes, and I think that's a brilliant move. That how
they're teasing. He's literally doing the build that what they did with Bray. Bray never got in the ring instantly at first, but you wanted to see Bray on camera and see what he was going to do. I think we can get that with Kross. Kross is going to be one of those guys. Those vignettes are going to be amazing, and then when he gets back in that ring, it's going to be even more meaningful. Like, because you get that continuous standpoint. You get that part that, hey, you want to see him in the ring, you got to tune in to all these Raws and stuff like that. They're making these little Easter egg bits. They're literally Marvel. Marvel knows how to give you a little bit and continue the series. Even if it's not the full thing that you want, you're still going to tune into those movies because one of your favorites is going to be a part of that extra or something like that. And that's how you get a continuous show on these things. So I'm excited for it. We got WrestleMania coming up. My God, WrestleMania is literally right around the corner. Man, the pay-per-view right now, you're paying that $27,000 to be in those seats.
Man, I'm looking forward to everything coming up, man. Last night we seen a little bit of this Jacob and Solo. I knew Solo was gonna cost Jacob the United States Championship matchup. And now Jacob was looking like, hold up, bro. Like, if I win this, I get a championship opportunity, man. So he cost them that. Even Tama Tonga, he could have did what Tama Tonga could have done. Just jumped up on the apron, a little bit of distraction. But no, Solo wanted to get all the way in there. He wanted to make it always about Solo. Solo. Look here, Solo. When you took your ball and went home, it was all about Jacob. So now you back. Now you want to make it all about you. So that matchup, I can't wait to see, man. Naomi, Jay Cargill, that's gonna be a pretty dope matchup.
Naomi has finally been adapted and elevated. Yes.
I gotta ask you, Devin, before we go though. Jay Uso, Gunther, how you feel about it? What would you make better in this story or this rivalry going into WrestleMania?
Nothing.
You think it's okay? All right. I like that.
What Jay is doing, what Gunther doing is perfect. People see the IWC. I don't even count them as real wrestling fans, man, because I pay attention to the crowd. He always and I pay attention to the reaction. He ain't getting booed. He's still getting one of the biggest.
Everybody's still doing this every single week.
Booing Gunther, so it's working. People, that outside noise, the white noise, the IWC, let them keep complaining, man, because it means nothing. They count for less than 10% of the fans, of actual fans for wrestling. But like I said, they're one of the most fickle, fake wrestling fans out there. The IWC, man, I treat them as white noise. I don't care about their opinions because their opinions do not matter to me. What I see is working for me. What Jay Uso's doing is working for me. What doing is working for me.
Yeah. No, I get it. Because
somebody to actually get a reaction to the crowd, and I think that's the best thing about it.
It's so much noise around two matches, and that's the Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton and Jey Uso and Gunther. And the Jey Uso and Gunther, I love it. I love it, and I want them to drill home the whole. Everyone is doubting me, especially like from Jey Uso, man. Everybody doubting me, but Jey Uso gonna come up, he gonna show up, and he gonna do his thing, And I think we get so caught up into like these big stories with like Cody and John Cena and Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, where it's like every story have to be on that level, and it's like no, it doesn't have to be. Certain things just sell itself, like the Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton. I think it just sells itself in a way because Charlotte Flair is like, it's going to go down as one of the legendary greatest women's champions, and you got a new coming up, Tiffany Stratton, who's just trying to dethrone her off her throne. So, so I love it. I love all of it, man. So I appreciate the answer. I definitely understand it.
That promo actually did help with Tiffany Stratton Charlotte though, because I felt
she's getting a little bit. She's getting better.
She needed to heat up a bit as they're building towards WrestleMania. And after that promo, that back and forth, I'm like, okay, that's what I needed to hear, and that's what I needed to see, because it felt like the U.S. fans were kind of lukewarm to it, to Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. As you see, every time Charlotte goes there and put her in the figure eight, the crowd reaction, the crowd is not really reacting to it. But now they had that back and forth, man. Charlotte clapping back, like you lucky to be here by my age. By the time you reach my age, I was like, ooh, I like that. that. So let them keep cooking. Let's build that more of that, that hatred towards each other, and I think they'll just be fine.
Okay, cool.
I think the honest thing about Charlotte is she's very simple, and the sad thing is people just don't know how to react to it, because honestly, Charlotte comes from a great wrestling family, the Flairs. And I say it all the time people get mad. Like you just said, the IWC, they want to ragdoll me. And I'm like, dude, Charlotte's not the daughter of Ric Flair. Ric Flair is the father of Charlotte Flair. That woman can't do wrong in a wrestling ring. I said she's the greatest wrestler on that roster to this day. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. That woman is money. Heads to toe, whatever. That woman could do a promo. And I think everybody talks about, oh, she's not good on the microphone. No, there's just someone that can't dance with Charlotte on the microphone because she's simple. She gets a reaction out of you, and she knows how to elevate you. There's not been one person that she has been in the ring with that didn't get elevated being in the ring with her. Period. She gives the shine. She knows how to get that talent over, knows how to get all those matches. It makes you even believe, even though it's a SmackDown or Raw, gives you an idea of like, maybe she could lose this. That's when you know you are doing your job. Yeah. Charlotte makes it to where you want to buy a ticket to see her lose. She wins those titles. She gets handed everything. That's because Charlotte is who she is. And it means money. And she draws for you to go to shows and to find out if she finally can lose. So I don't have no bad thing to say about Charlotte. Charlotte is the best thing for Tiffany right now because we want to transition Tiffany into a baby face. We want to see what she can really do. Well, guess what? You going against the GOAT, and you're going to see if you really can go with them. And I honestly will say this. That might be match of the night on whatever night they're on.
I don't doubt that. You know what's crazy? Charlotte is one of the few wrestlers that
she's never had a bad match.
That too, but from a character perspective, she never really had to evolve her character. It's been the same ever since she hopped on from NXT to the
know who she is? She's Triple H. Triple H never really had to change his character. Never had to change his character, and it just made the benefits.
Well, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and then he became the Game and the Cerebral Assassin. So he tweaked it a couple times, but Charlotte, she never tweaked. It's just that's her.
That's her. Yeah,
that is
Glitz,
just her.
Glam, fame, all that.
Yeah. So
coming in there doing run-ins and 12-inch heels and all that. Like, give her props. But hey, man. Devin, man, this was an absolute pleasure, man. I greatly appreciate you coming on. Man, like I said, you let me know. We'll get this set up again. I'm sure Dre's probably going to pop back in maybe for a sec or so. He might be getting ready to eat. I know it's about that time for him. But, man, Devin, the floor is yours, man.
Man. First of all, thank you for the hospitality. Appreciate it. Definitely honored to conversate with some.
We always do this before Mania. We always do it. That's going to be our tradition. We got to do it every time down. Before Mania.
As I was saying, it is decided.
You did run away from me. I will say you ran away after the Cody Rhodes one. We tried to set that one up a couple of times.
Oh, we could run there back. We set it up.
We had that build pretty well.
But thank you, man. Appreciate the hospitality again. I had a ball with you and Dre. Yeah, man. So I'm ready to do this again anytime. Hit me up.
Hey, man, he's too famous for us sometimes, man. We have to do the pay rate for him a little bit. We gotta watch out.
What did John Cena say? I'm a human being. I'm not I'm a regular human being, man.
I do gotta ask you before we do go. Like, did you have anybody say, like, when you were at stores or something, and just like in the most random spot, and somebody noticed you just from watching that?
That has not happened. Nah, that's
really. Did you expect it? Like when you get in the store and stuff like that, were you sitting there like, "Hey, man, let's see if someone notices it"?
Bro, I got no ego in this, man. I'm definitely that type of guy when I'm very humble about it, Actually, I was the opposite too. Like, it was a cool moment, but I did not like all that attention too. Like, I know I do this content creating. I know I do the
The
reactions.
purpose of us to do it, we don't like
But
that.
honestly, I do not like all that attention, man. Like, if you know me, I like to be in behind the scenes. I like to chill. I'm more of an introvert, not an extrovert. But yeah, man, it's just I do not like all that attention on me, bro.
Hey man, I said it, man. It couldn't happen to a better person, but yeah, I agree with you on those, man. Because that's everywhere. That's not just on Twitch. That's not just on YouTube. That was on Netflix. That was on the globe. You were in every possible area in the world right now, just from that scene. Like, even if that is your last album type scenario, bro, that's a way to go out. That's a way to go out,
Man,
man.
I would have banged, man. I'm just happy that I was able.
You
to
got
get the
more exposure
bloodline.
than your Bears. How about that?
Oh man, I'm talking about my Bears like that, man. I'm talking about my
Oh.
Bears like that. But I was just happy that I was able to get my bloodline family. Like, when we was in a Discord and they was all congratulating me, I was like, nah, man, it's a family thing. We was
This
able to
is
get the
y'all's
whole
moment, yeah.
we was able to get the whole bloodline brand, get more exposure. So I was definitely happy about that, more than myself getting a reaction out of that.
Hey man, like you did say, I like how, I mean, you put this thing together. You had a group of people. Y'all got y'all's own website. Like you said, you got your own merch, as you are wearing one right now. Guys, make sure y'all go out and check out and support this man. They do phenomenal work. Like I said, man, you don't even have to be a wrestling fan to follow their stuff. Like, Devin loves to play video games. Like, he does that connecting with his kids and stuff like that. So Devin is a family man, a husband, stuff like that. And you could just tell so many different elements with the group that he has. If you love watching the OTTR, that's actually where Courtney is as well. So, she's not with the OTTR. Everybody's been wondering where she was. She with Devin and them on the bloodline.
Oh, well, unfortunately, she's not with the bloodline anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Things happen. She decided to leave. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no ill will. And, we just keep it moving, man.
Keep it growing, keep it going. That's how we
That's
roll.
all it is. Yep. I appreciate the shout out, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like I said, man, y'all can check these guys out. They do so much great stuff. Even though Devin is a Chicago Bears fan, I can't say nothing. I'm a Jaguars fan, and pretty soon we're about to be back to the Jaguars segment again. I feel like, yeah,
Oh, man.
if we have another bad season, I feel like we're going back to London.
Man, it's looking like that, man. It's looking like that.
We're going to
Y'all.
London Bridge. But
Oh,
but guys, we appreciate everybody watching. I know a lot of you March Madness crazy maniacs out there being able to tune in to listen to us rant about some pro wrestling. We talked about everything. We didn't just talk about WWE. I've been seeing the emails and messages. I don't just rag and rip AEW apart. I give it open mind perspectives. If anybody watches Busted Open, you see Bully Ray give open mind perspectives. And that's something that I feel like if Tony really wants to please audiences, take those in consideration. Take those into ideas, but hey, man, let's change this up. Maybe we need to do something different. We can get this audience that wants to be in it, but just can't get in it. So, I mean, it's always a fun thing. And like I said, man, it's our opinion. We going to get it across regardless. You can hit the play, you hit the stop. Guess what? We still got the view. That's all that matters. All right, there you go. But all right, guys. But Devin, like I said, man, greatly appreciate you coming on, guys. Make sure y'all check out the Bloodline Entertainment Network, man. They got it all. Merch, video games, pro wrestling. They're on live streams. I feel like Devin's live every single night, it feels like sometimes. But, hey, that consistency works. Also, guys, y'all can check out Dre. Dre is now fully in the watch-along standpoint. I know beyond 11:30 on Thursdays. And I think 11:30 podcast will be back after the Beyond 11:30 season is over. So, guys, We want to greatly appreciate everybody watching Commission Talks today, the special on Saturday. I want to remind everyone we will not be able to be live on Wednesday. My apologies. I've got a family matter that has to be attended to, but we'll probably do another one on Saturday. I'll talk to Dre and see what we can do. But guys, this has been another great episode. We always finish it off with this. Watch what you love. Wrestling is wrestling. Watch AEW, watch WWE, watch Ring of Honor, watch DCCW, watch any type of wrestling that you want. It's a TV show. It's fun. But hey, you can also have your opinion to it. Guys, we love y'all. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Later.